Alright, what is going on, Dragon Ball fans? Your boy back again, bringing some more Dragon Ball Fighters today. We're gonna be doing something a little different for the tube, okay? For the YouTube. I know I haven't, I have a lot of, like I said, I have a lot of pre-recorded videos for fighters online that I have not uploaded yet. Here's the thing, right? I procrastinate a lot. So, with that being said, that's kind of the reason why I never really uploaded it. Plus, been busy doing other things. I just recently finished, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which was pretty good, which was a pretty good game. It's a good time to be a Star Wars fan. Let me just say that. But from the title of this video, you guys will see something that I found on social media. Okay. Now, when I was streaming on Twitch, FYI, I am streaming on Twitch right now. If Twitch link, YouTube link, social media links will be in the link and description below. So make sure you guys go hit me up and give me a follow. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I got up at the time of this recording. It's Monday the 22nd, okay, and it's a long weekend here, so that's why I kind of have that extra day off work. So if you guys are wondering, because I usually play on the weekends, weekdays I don't really get time because, like I said, I gotta work. But because it's a long weekend, I decided to throw some games in. So at the time of this recording, it is Monday, May 22nd, which is Victoria Day. Which, by the way, happy Victoria Day to all you guys who are celebrating the holiday and who have that day off today. So I slept in. Obviously, long weekend, I slept in, and when I got up, I went on my Twitter, and hold on, let me see if I can find it. I went on my Twitter, and I found that we got some news for the Dragon Ball FighterZ rollback and the upcoming patch. And so I blatantly read it. Now, as the joke goes around, Dragon Ball fans don't read. But here I am. When the note came out from the devs and the development team and the fighters team, I for once actually read it. I didn't read it word by word, but I just read it blatantly. And here's what it says. All right, so it says and I'm on my Twitter right now. Thank goodness I retweeted it. Anyways, from the Dragon Ball FighterZ team, hello fighters. That's players. Today, we would like to announce that the balance adjustment patch, which was announced back in March, patch version 1.32, will be released subsequently from May 23rd. Please note that distribution timings will differ between platforms. The adjustments will be made based on the playability of the game after the overall balance adjustment made last June, as well as the voices we have been hearing from the community. We hope that you take this opportunity to experience both the characters you are familiar with and that you have not used as much in the past. We would also like to mention that we are planning a second round of balance adjustments based on the results of this round. Details will be announced in the near future, so we hope players will look forwards to further that. We hope players would look forward to further information. So that's regarding about the balance patch. And then it also says here, in regards to, and I quote, in regards to the rollback netcode implementation, we made an announcement earlier this year that a beta test will be carried out on Steam around spring. So for those of you guys on PC, you'll be getting the rollback first. The beta first. However, to further improve and stabilize the experience of the feature, we have decided to postpone the timing of the test. We apologize for the delay, but the team here is committed to delivering the feature in its best shape, so we hope that players would wait a little bit longer for further updates regarding timings of the beta test. Finally, we would like to officially announce that the 2023-2024 World Tour will be beginning from this year's EVO. As in the previous season, we are planning to hold a tournament format that will support community organized tournaments. Details will be announced soon, so please join us in this exciting competition. The entire Dragon Ball FighterZ team is committed, to making the game more enjoyable for everyone. Thank you again for your continued support. So, we have news on Rollback. So that's the news that they gave us. I'm kind of disappointed. I really am. As far as, okay, so let's start off with the patch, right? Like, as far as the patch is concerned, we now know that we're gonna get a second round of patches. We're gonna get a second round of patch updates. So today, at the time of this recording, it is May 23rd. 22nd, like I said. The patch comes out tomorrow, 23rd. Times will vary. Depending on which time zone you're in, it's going to vary, right? And depending on how this, I'm guessing depending on how this patch does, I'm guessing how, and I can only assume how, depending on how this patch does and what people think of this upcoming patch, they're going to go from there when they give us the second round of patch updates. So basically, we're getting a patch for tomorrow, and then down the road in the near future, we're getting another patch. But again, I can only assume, the third patch, the next patch we're getting in the future, not the one including tomorrow, but the patch that we're getting in the future, I can only assume that it all depends on what the community thinks about tomorrow's patch. And regardless of what happens in tomorrow's patch, I will still continue to be playing with the characters I play, because I enjoy it. Simple, right? And that's the reason why earlier when I was streaming on Twitch, I was playing the Double Gogeta team, because the patch is tomorrow, and you never know, right? This could be the last time that fusions are at the top of the mountain, right? Since fusions have been at the top of the mountain since what? Since the last patch or the patch before that. So you never know, right? Maybe if we're lucky, fusions will still be on top, but then maybe in the next patch they're not gonna be on top anymore, right? You never know. I don't know if they're gonna nerf anybody, and here's the thing with with nerfs, with the term nerf, I don't really like that term, nerf. Because the reason for that is if the devs nerf a character, nobody's gonna play that character, right? The only reason, the whole point of a balance patch is to balance out all the characters so that each character will hopefully be played equally, right? Because right now it's like fusions, lab coat, right? They're like the top characters that mostly everybody plays, whether it's Gogeta, whether it's Vegito, or whether it's Lab Coat 21. Right? Other characters like, Cooler, Videl, Base Vegeta, Nappa, you don't really see that as much, right? So, like I said, if everybody was balanced equally or about the same, players, would obviously slowly get back into it and jump back into playing the character again that they never used to play before, right? Rumor has it that Adult Gohan will be at the top. Um, who knows? But I have a feeling with as far as fighters where fighters is concerned, and as far as fighters goes, there's always gonna be a group of characters that's gonna be top tier. Right now, it's Fusions and Lab Coat 21. Who knows? Maybe after the patch, it's gonna be Adult Gohan. Adult Gohan will be one of them. Who knows, right? But I have seen, experienced Adult Gohan players. They can really, if you really know how to play Adult Gohan. He can be an unstoppable character to play. And I know there was a rumor I read one. I think I saw swirling around social media that the next patch we're gonna have Adult Gohan. Adult Gohan will be one of the top tier characters. But again, let's face it, the whole point of the balance patch is like I said, for all the characters to be fairly balanced. So nerf, the term nerf is not really. It's not really. I'm not really comfortable saying that word because, like I said, if you nerf a character, nobody's gonna play it. Nobody's gonna play that character, right? And then it's like, what's the point of a balance patch? Right? The whole point of a balance patch is to balance out characters, right? So that players will go back to playing each of these characters. But like I said, where fighters is concerned, as far as fighters is concerned, my gut feeling tells me it's gonna be balanced, but at the same time you're gonna have those group of top tier characters that are like S tier, Z tier characters, right? But we'll see how it goes. As far as as far as rollback goes, I'm kind of pissed off, man. Like I was, when they announced this rollback back in, what was it, last year's Evo? We were all really excited, and if they had come with rollback earlier, like if they had given this game rollback when the game came out, or even after like let's say a year after the game came out, because this game is like what, 5-6 years old, this game would have been a lot better. But the fact that it didn't get rollback, I really don't know what to say about that, right? But the fact that, what I'm really surprised is the fact that there's no rollback, but yet they still have their player base, like they still have their, I don't know, millions of players, or that group of players that still play this game, goes to show something, right? Goes to show that this game is not completely, fully down the drain. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Like I remember in the past they said that they don't have that technology implementation to implement rollback netcode. So at that time we were just like, okay, well I guess this game's not gonna get netcode. Whereas you see other fighting games, and it's kind of not fair too, because it's like you see other fighting games, they have rollback netcode, they have rollback netcode implemented. Games that came out way before fighters, like I think it was it Multi Blood? That's a game that I believe that came out before fighters. That never had rollback netcode, and then next thing you know, they announced that they were going to get rollback netcode. Or I think it was, or was it Multi Blood, or was it Grand? I think was it Multi Blood, or was it Grand Blue Cross? I think it was either one of them, but I know Grand Blue Cross also had rollback netcode implemented into its database. So, and then it's like, okay, well, what about fighters, right? Like, what about us? And then, you know, they announced it, and, you know, they hyped up the fans, and then for the past, what, month? Couple of months? Not even a month. It was like 1 month goes by, nothing, we hear nothing. And then, you know, as days go by, it goes, you know, we didn't hear anything. Months go by, we didn't hear anything. Nothing from the devs. Like, no word on rollback netcode, no news on what's going on. You know, we were supposed to get a beta test for the PC version. No news about that. So, I mean, I get it. You know, the community was kind of pissed off, right? Like, they just hyped up the fans for no reason, right? I mean, that's not the case, but that's what it feels like, right? Like, don't, you know, hype up your fan base like that, and then we don't hear nothing from you guys for over a year, right? 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, a year, you know, it's like half the year goes by. You know, we didn't hear nothing from them until now. It's like I said, and the thing is, half the year is almost over, right? So yeah, that's just it's just kind of disappointing. And I think right now at this point, more players are more concerned about the rollback than the balance patch. For me, I would, as much as I love the balance patch, I also do want that rollback netcode, because it's gonna help out a lot. It's gonna improve the gameplay a lot, and you know, the fact that they still are, you know, leaving us hanging by a thread, you know, on rollback. It's like, now you gotta sit there and you gotta wonder, okay, how many times are they gonna tell us, you know, we're working on it, before they actually give it to us, right? Because if you look at the, let me see if I can bring it up here. Oops. Let me see if I can bring this up here. Because if they mentioned that they were going to, so they said that to further improve and stabilize the experience, they have decided to postpone the timing of the test. How many times are they going to tell us that? Right? At this point, you just got to wonder, is there even a rollback? Is there even going to be a rollback coming? Right? How many times are they going to tell us? You know, and I get it. They want when they implement rollback for this game, they want it to work, right? They want it to work. They want it to be, you know, the best experience it is for the players, right? Because the last thing you want to do is, you know, rush it and then, you know, implement it. Players are not happy, and then you lose your player base, right? That's worst case scenario, right? So in a way, I kind of get that, but it's like, we've been waiting long enough. And I just, at this point, it's just like, let's give us the rollback already. But, you know, I truly believe that with patience, okay, I truly believe that with patience, we will get the best rollback experience for Dragon Ball FighterZ. We just have to give the devs and the development team and the guys and the men and women who are behind it some time, right? And I know a lot of time has passed. But if they want us to wait a little bit longer, I mean, at this point, it can't possibly hurt, right? I mean, we've waited all this time. what's another few months more? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so that's just my take on it. When it comes, it better be worth it. I hope it's gonna be worth it. I hope it's gonna be worth the experience. It better be worth the experience, because if it's not, I'm gonna be, as a player, I'm gonna be really upset, right? And I'm pretty sure their player base will be upset too if it's, if it's not to their expectations, right? It's like, wait a minute, you made us wait all this time, and then you finally give us rollback, and it's not living up to our expectations. Obviously you're gonna get mad, right? Obviously you're not gonna be happy. Obviously the player base is not gonna be happy. But, Dragon Ball fighters, they want their player base to, I believe they want their player base, they want to keep their player base, number one. And number two, I believe that, the fighters team, development team, they want to keep their player base happy, right? And like I said, if it means waiting for another couple more months, or maybe another year or two for rollback netcode, by all means. How can it's not gonna hurt, right? I mean, like I said, we've waited this long already. But yeah, so anyway, that's just my take on it. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next Dragon Ball video. Cheers.